Okay, trying it again. We're live. Is it working? Is it sending it out? Instagram's kind of buggy today. Happy Thursday. Thursday's public facing day. Interviews, hangouts, podcasts. Trying to help entrepreneurs. Hey, Michael, welcome aboard. Okay, I think this is working better now. There we go. Okay. I did this 5 minutes ago and just started talking to myself for 5 minutes as people were saying, as Instagram was saying, we're sending it out to people. So welcome aboard. Next time, Nina, we'll end it faster if there's tech issues. I went on this 5-minute rant. Welcome, Sam, Toucan Sam, did an awesome review of my book, the new one. He was upset. This is great. So Toucan Sam makes his post on his Instagram saying, "Why is nobody talking about Built to Serve? I haven't seen a video come out on it. So you know what? I'm gonna make one." I love it, and he did. He posted it. I think it went up yesterday or the day before. So super awesome. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you, love. We're gonna get a video of ourselves, I think, set up because he had a couple questions that didn't quite make sense to him. So looking forward to the feedback and being able to answer the questions too. Homeless CEO in the house. What's happening? All good. Thank you for the love. Thursday is my public facing day. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Again, when I did this, I was serious though. What are you serious about? Oh, I know, dude. I know. I'm feeling the love, dude. When would be a good time for that? I'm gonna connect you to my assistant, and we'll figure out a time. Usually Thursday. Thursday is when I'm doing all my calls and hangouts and meetings and interviews and stuff. So we'll set that up, and I'm pumped. You had a couple good questions in there that I'm excited to be able to help. Okay, do we see Matthias? Nina, do you see Matthias here in the?
No, I don't see you.
Oh, you can't see who's in the chat. Matthias was supposed to join us. Let's see if I see him here in the chat. It's a not a local entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur in my group who's we're going to do some help. I don't see him in here yet. So pop some questions down, guys. We'll see how I can help until we get Matthias on board. Hi, guys. Do you think our soul affects our behaviors, or is it just about the brain? Ooh, soul is an interesting question. I look at it as heart and head. So big decisions with your heart, small ones with the head. Your brain only understands a word that currently exists, so it keeps you safe, keeps you practical, keeps you small, where your heart can create something that hasn't existed before. Awesome. Where could I reach your assistant? I'll DM you. I think I asked you your email on DM. I just haven't been on DMs. It's been nonstop. It's been nonstop today, but I'm pumped to set it up. We'll figure it over DM. The business accountant. How often are we going live? How often? I usually go live once a day. Weekdays at least once live, typically. Some days I miss if I'm traveling or something that's crazy, but not too much traveling. Not too much traveling happening right now, so good chance to go live unless I'm just swamped with other stuff. But try to do it every day. Do we see him here? If you're in the chat, let me know so we can bring you in. Otherwise, keep going. Great answer. All right, glad I could help. Do you have an audience? Do you have an audience? Do you have to have an audience before releasing a book if you want to sell it? Right? So it depends. If you're going publisher, absolutely. I mean, if you're going publisher without an audience, it's not that it's not possible. It's just publishers really don't want to work with people who don't already have an audience because they realize that it's the authors now who are doing most of the marketing. So, I would definitely work on building up your audience. Even if you could get one, it's still good to work on building up your audience, regardless. Benjamin in the house. Welcome aboard. Let's see, is he here? Is he here? If you're in the chat, let me know. We'll bring you in. Let's move on to the question. Here we go. Eric Draws. I want to make a YouTube video. I want to make a YouTube channel, okay? Short videos, movie style about art, cycling, and life. Is it okay to have more than one subject? I would try to mix them together. I would try to, instead of thinking of two separate things, what's unifying those things together for you? So if it's about art, cycling, and life, like how is art cycling going to teach me? It would teach me life through art cycling. Why do you do art cycling? What are you learning from it? What's the value of it? Why do you do it? Why is it so fun for you? How did it heal you, right? So I'm coming not to watch art cycling. If you make just a how-to art cycling channel, you're probably going to get bored of it, to be honest. You want to talk about life. You want to talk about the impact that it's had. So make that your channel. So that even if I don't care about art cycling, I could come to your channel. I don't even know what it is, but I can come to your channel and learn something to make my life better. Make sense? Good luck. Okay, I still don't see Mikhail. Maybe we had the wrong timing or something. Messed up. Anyway, let me know. If you're here, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep answering questions. Get some time with you guys. Believe Nation. Impact. Unifying art, cycling value. See, I still don't know what that means. But if your goal is impact, then make the channel about impact. Eric Draws makes sense. Cool. Glad I could help. Very often, the best things will come by you mixing the and. So instead of, most people see or, it's or, this or this, this or this, this or this. Where if you just do one of those things, if you actually make it this or this, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to have the impact. You're never going to be great because there's somebody who's better than you at just doing this. What you're great at is mixing them together. That's something that nobody's done before. So embrace the and instead of running away from the and. Stop thinking or and start thinking and. Not and in terms of two separate channels or two separate businesses. No, it's one business. It's one channel. That's what we want to work on. Embrace the and. Make sense? The business accountant. How can I connect with my clients while in quarantine? Email is super easy. Content on your Instagram. Zoom calls. Connect with them. Ask them how they're doing. Right? You don't have to only go and face them. Right? Can you do, so if you're doing, was it accountant? Hold on, the business accountant. People still need accounting help. People need help figuring out what are they going to do with, so in my business, this business here with Evan Carmichael doesn't really have anything different changing that I would need an accountant for, but my dancing business, right? Toronto Dance Salsa, biggest salsa dance school in Canada, maybe North America. We've got rent being deferred because we pay 5 figures in rent every month for the place that we're in. So getting the rent deferred, figuring out the packages that the governments are putting together to see how that might impact our business and what we qualify for and what we don't qualify for, right? You could help. Understand your clients, what offers might be available to them, what tax write-offs might be significant now. It's a great time of uncertainty and people need leadership and clarity. And I went to my accountant and said, hey, what do we qualify for? But ideally, the accountant's being proactive, right? You being an accountant could go back and say, hey, we need to proactively think about how we can help your business. Here are 3 things that you can be doing right now in your company. So you become a trusted, not just a service provider, but almost part of the team. Like it makes me feel like you care more than anybody else. You're indispensable, and I'm going to talk about you. I have a hard time overcoming the trust factor in social media. So first I thought you were talking to your current clients. If you're talking about new clients, then overcoming the trust factor is teaching me why you care. Why do you care so much? I don't know the story of most accountants. A lot of accountants are treated like a commodity because there's no connection. It's just, okay, do this, great. Oh, I saved some money, awesome, great. I need to know why you care. Like, why do you care about being an accountant so much? Why does it matter to you? What does it mean to you? If you're working with business owners, why do you love business owners so much? If all you're doing is coming, and I teach this a lot it's even actually built to serve, but also my Movement Makers program. We went through a round coaching people on this just today.
Join the Movement Makers.
Join the Movement Makers? Can you even join the Movement Makers if you don't have the book? Actually, I think you can.
No, that's a subscription.
Yeah, but can you join Movement Makers if you haven't got the book? I think you can. I think there's a link from the homepage. Yeah, I think you can actually. There's a link from anyway, you can join the Movement Makers if you want. But we had our call this morning, and I was helping people create their content, and I need to know your why. Right? I need to know that you deeply care about me, and that you're not just another accountant. This happens for all service providers. Like, why just another real estate agent or bookkeeper or insurance salespeople? Like the people you don't want to deal with. You don't have to deal with an accountant. You don't have to deal with a lawyer. You don't have to talk to your banker. You don't have all these things that are part of running a business, but don't actually bring you a lot of joy, right? You could make it joyful. You could make it special. You could show me that you're looking out for my business and take me behind the why of why you care so much. Maybe your mom was an entrepreneur and you saw how hard she works, and it just made you love helping entrepreneurs so much because of all the value that they give to, I don't know, like, what's your story? Entrepreneurs win by telling their stories. So if you want to win over entrepreneurs, tell your story. Make sense? I'm an accountant as well. Emervin. Amazing. We got accountants in the house today. That's exactly what I do, business development. That is exactly why I get so much referrals. My guys are the ones that take care of their taxes and bookkeeping. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for the insight. No problem. Happy to help. All right. That's what we're here for. How can we stay so positive and motivated through these difficult times? Switch to service. If you felt like a lot of people, the uncertainty, the doubt is coming from people not knowing what to do, not feeling like what they do matters, having insecurity of what's going to happen, lack of control. You gain that back by, one, controlling what you can do. So you can't go outside, you can't go dancing, you can't do a lot of stuff, you can't go meet clients, you can't do a lot of stuff, right? Stop focusing on what you can't do, focus on what you can do. And then two, back to the theme of service, think about service. How can you help? If you woke up and felt like you're in control of your day and the work that you did today matters, can help people, you'll feel a lot more positive. You'll feel a lot more motivated. If you woke up every day and felt like you have no control and what you do doesn't matter, and you're just sitting at home waiting for coronavirus to get you, then you're not going to be very motivated or positive, right? That's the path. Good luck. Enriquez, what's the simplest way to work on self-development and develop consistency? Routine. Put in your routine. So you block off time. It's easier in the morning because it's easy for your day to get away from you, but it's easiest in the morning. So tie it to something. What do you normally do in the morning? So if you work out, or if you are getting ready, whatever, part of your morning routine now is to develop yourself. And then pick the method that you like the best. So if I like videos, right? So I work out in the morning. Now it's a pretty light workout, so it's mostly stretching because I'm still healing. I put on a video and I'm learning. I watch my own videos, right? That's why I created my channel, so that I can learn as well as you guys can learn too. And so you put that as part of your morning routine. Like if you spent every day 20 minutes, 30 minutes, while you're doing even something physical, right? You can work out, you could run on a spot, you can do jumping jacks, you can do push-ups, you can do something physical while you're watching videos. If you make that part of your morning routine, you will just have to get better. If you had Oprah in your ear and Steve Jobs in your ear and Elon Musk in your ear, every day somebody new in your ear, pulling you, teaching you to get better, you may not notice it tomorrow, but you'll notice it after a month, you'll notice it after 3 months, you'll look back after 6 months and say, holy cow, I used to believe all that other stuff, and these people are pulling me forward to make me better. People often quit. The same thing with working out. People quit because they don't stay on it enough. You won't notice your bicep getting bigger or your weight going down after one day of dieting or working out, right? So make it part of your routine, and ideally morning routine. All right? Good luck. Got a couple minutes left. Let's try to get a couple more. How to remove a habit addiction with a positive habit. First, identify the why it's so important that this has to change. It's got to be frustrating and painful enough. Not that you kind of want it, but this has to happen, right? If you kind of want it to change, then it's not going to change. So some powerful reasons and leverage over yourself. And then try to next think, how can you set yourself up for that successful habit? So what's going to be the trigger? Think trigger. Your habits come because you're triggered. So your negative habit or addiction comes because of some kind of trigger, right? So you're stressed, and so you eat a lot of junk food when you don't want to, right? You want to eliminate the habit of eating junk food. Well, look at what the trigger is. So what's causing you to stress? And then, so if watching the news or going to your computer is causing you stress, or hopping on a call, or just before hopping on a call, you get stressed out. One, you can eliminate some of that stuff, like maybe stop watching the news. But two, what can you put in your environment that will trigger you to the positive habit? So if you're constantly, if you're stressed out about making phone calls, and instead of making the phone calls, you're eating Doritos all the time, right? Then what habit do you want to replace with it? Maybe it's drinking some water, it's having celery, I don't know, whatever you want to replace it with. And next to your phone, you put the giant thing of water, right? Next to the phone, you put the thing of celery. This here makes me want to drink the water more, right? If it was a giant Starbucks Frappuccino in front of me, oh my God, my mouth is watering so much. I would be super tempted to have that. Now, I actually secretly love having that in front of me and not drinking it. I think that's how you build self-confidence and self-love and self-respect, is doing difficult things like that. But at the beginning, you eliminate the negative things, and then you make it easier by having something positive next to you. Make sense? Okay, what else? Hoop louder in the house. How much time do you give a marketing strategy before getting rid of it? There's no black and white answer on that. I'd be looking at ideally some kind of comparison. So like, you're spending all this time and energy. One, are you doing anything else, or you're just doing one thing, right? If you're only doing one thing, it's hard to know whether you've given it enough time. Two, I would look at it through the lens of regret, that if I quit on this, will I regret it? Right? When I was doing my first business, nothing was working, but I couldn't quit because I knew I would regret it if I stopped. So if you're trying to do your thing with the giraffe and joining people on IG Lives, and it's not working, and everybody's going live right now, Shaq's going live, and everybody's going live, and you're trying to join in as a giraffe and you can't get in, it makes sense to start testing something else. But if you still have a heart, like if you're like, man, I would love to get Shaq. I want to be on Shaq's live stream and I want to be in my giraffe costume. If that's your thing, then are you proud of yourself when you stop, right? Do you feel like you could have done it a little bit more? So those two things. If you think you're going to regret stopping now, then don't stop now. So try to imagine you in 5 years looking back. I'm going to regret stopping now, so you can't stop. And two, have some kind of thing to benchmark it against. So you're doing one other thing, two other things to see where you might start getting some momentum and traction. Good luck, man. Stay more with 2 R's. Hi, Evan. Does it mean to you to have your own business? I'm not quite sure what that means. What does it mean to have my own business? It means I get to do what I want. It means I get to have an impact and build the life that I want to be able to build, that I can, in the middle of the afternoon, I guess it's not middle of the afternoon, it's almost 4, but still, that I can come on and hop on and talk to you guys, that I can chase impact down every day, whatever that looks like to me, that if I want to switch, one of the things Nina and I have talked about is how often I'll switch, like I'll come up with a new idea, and like, we gotta start working on that right now. And I get to decide that, where the people on my team don't as much, right? So when you're in charge, you get to pick. You got to make the right calls. It's got to work. You can make all these calls that suck, and then you go out of business. So that's the downside. But I love the upside to be able to bet on myself, do the work that I love, work with people that I love, have the impact that I want, and every day try to get better. I think entrepreneurship is the ultimate self-development program, because you're constantly pushing yourself, learning new skills, getting better to try and go off and make the impact that you want to make. My mom is a big fan of you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jaga. Appreciate you. Guys, appreciate the love. I'm going to hop. I got another interview coming up in 1 minute. Hopefully you have a fantastic close to your day. We'll come back on and do it. I'm mostly going live every day this week, next week, and ongoing. So take some of this energy, pour it into making your business and life amazing. Continue to believe, and I will see you soon.